So the internet access in the future will be mostly made by agents. Most consumer access of the internet will be agents acting for consumers, doing tasks and fending off marketeers and bots. Tens of billions of agents on the internet will be the norm. What's your thoughts on that, Steve?
It sort of makes me smile somewhat. I know where it's coming from, totally. I think the first thing to say is just that you need to roll back slightly to agents, bots, all these things. Terms are used quite interchangeably. And, if you think of a search engine spider, which Google sends out, spidering your site, trying to see what new content you've got, normally that's a sort of bot and things. And agency, in theory, are almost like a superset of that, where they're using a large language model to do something with that sort of data. In theory, there's sort of tools it's sending out to do particular things. So there's a few caveats around that. If you ever have a look at your website stats, one of the things is you'll find you get a lot of traffic, a lot of which doesn't seem to convert to customers. And the reason for that is a lot of it isn't actually customers searching your site. These days, you're far more likely to get, the search engine spiders, Ahrefs, those sorts of SEO type tools. They've got a bot which probably comes around far more regularly than Google, Bing, the other people do. There's also an awful lot of marketing tools, spam email type things, looking for leads, mining email addresses. I would go as far as to saying somewhere between probably 90 and 99% of the traffic to most sites actually comes from those sorts of sources. So it's already a big thing, if you like. And what's going to happen is they're going to evolve, get more sophisticated. I think the big thing on this one is almost coming back to the consumer side of this, to end users. Will end users actually be coding bots and various things? Agents, I doubt it. I think the most likely thing is that we're evolving towards personal assistants. That's very much where Gartner sees some of this stuff going. And some of these tools, you might say to one of your tools, go and mine some stock market results and things cross competitors. And you'll talk to an assistant that will then trigger off various tools, agents to go out, grab that sort of data. And I think we're going to see more and more of that. And it makes sense. It makes you more productive.
So if you think about the web, originally, a big part of their kind of the excitement was it was a new sort of place to do commerce, and everyone talked about being the aggregator, being the center. I'm wondering whether there's going to be a world where instead of going to the such and such.com place to get your best holidays, best finance deals, all those sorts of aggregations, best car insurance, that we might start to get the, instead of saying, do you accept cookies? Do you accept an agent who will now go and look across all the internet and come back and find you various bits and pieces? And you can imagine those agents might not act entirely in your best interests, or they might be biased towards a certain type of purchase or procurement and everything else. So it'll be, we might end up being constrained just by how many things the human being can sort of deal with in a day. But it's really interesting you're saying that the foundation of that is already in place. The internet is already crawling with automated bots, but the agent or the agency, if the technology delivers what people are saying it will deliver, have this kind of more automated, more independent activity. So you could create the Steve Butler agent, or the John Granger agent, who we give it our preferences, and then it's basically, looking at the internet 24/7 for things that we might be interested in or not. Don't know.